So it's cool. Assalamu alaikum. Today, actually, we are going to start our seventh live session, and I believe that maybe few members will going to join maybe within few minutes, and maybe we can start. So, as actually we are going to recording our video, so I believe that yeah. So maybe nobody will miss this video because actually after that I'm going to upload this video to YouTube. And today, actually, I'm going to start a very important sessions. As if you know that we already converted our projects into using some technologies like some APIs like JDBC APIs, JPA, and Hibernate, just staying with pure JakartaEE. And but regardless of that, we just use XML based configurations. Now I'm today actually I'm going to show you how to remove XML based configuration even if you are using JakartaEE also, and how to do that. Now let me show you, and how can we convert our all of the applications using Java based configuration as we are using pure JakartaEE, not Spring Boot or not Spring. And so let me share my screen, and I can start right now. So I am audible. Hello. So anybody can send me a text that actually I am audible.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Cool. So to do that, so I already start my Docker container. So to first of all, you need to open your terminal and please write Docker PSA. So this is my MySQL container that is actually running inside the as a Docker container, and I already have the MySQL workbench to view to access the MySQL database. As if you know that we can access MySQL database in different ways. As actually I'm using my MySQL in my local machine, so there is no complexity to use that. And I already opened my IDE, and uh, let me show which branch actually currently I'm using. So currently, actually, I'm using master branch. Um, First of all, actually, we are going to convert our JDBC JSP servlet using CDI. So this project, actually, we are going to convert Java-based configurations. And after that, we will convert JPA project. After that, we will convert all of the project today using Java-based configuration. So let me check out this project right now. So I will just copy. Okay. Git checkout, feature, JDBC, JSP servlet, CDI. So actually, I just check out this project. And from this project, now I'm going to check out another new branch. Why? Because I'm going to convert this project into Java-based configuration. As if you see that this project currently in XML-based configuration because we have web.xml file. So today we are going to remove web.xml file, and without using web.xml file, even how can we make configurations in Java-based configurations? And let me show that. First of all, I'm going to check out a new branch. So I will write git checkout a new branch, and I will just write Java config. Sorry. Oh, sorry. I just write checkout. It's a typo. Now it's okay. Okay. So right now we are in new branch with so this branch contains only pure Java sorry, pure XML based configurations. Actually, I do not need this class path. I will delete this one. Oh, no, no need to delete. So in the pom.xml file, this is actually not necessary to use any dependency, but actually generally we can use because you know that we have already the lombok, but okay, but for the logging purpose, we can actually use one of the dependency. So this is optional. You can use or you cannot use. It's your option. So I'm going to use this dependency like ch dot qs logback, and the version maybe I'm going to use 1.4.12. 1.4.12. Sorry, 12. So I can write in the properties as a logback classic. Here maybe I can write logback, sorry, logback classic version 1.4.12. I believe it's okay. Okay. Now I'm going to remove this one here as a variable logback classic version. So I will reload my Maven. And after that, I'll just delete the web XML file. Okay. And here, in the root package, I'm interested to create a new package. I will make it as a name as config. And after that, I need to create a class in the config package. Okay. So I will give it as name as like application. So you can give any name. Okay, it depends on your so the class name should be relevant uh, just based on your logic. So I will just name it as application startup listener. Okay, it's a simple Java class, and on the Java class I can write SL4J for logging. You can use SL4J for logging, and it should replace the web XML file. So it should be web listener. Okay. So please remind that this web listener should come from Jakarta as we are using Jakarta, not JavaX. And this class should implements servlet context listener. And in the servlet context listener, you can write override because we are going to override two methods. You can write public void context initialized. It should be servlet context listener. It should be context listener. Its method does not override a method from its superclass. Okay. Extract method from the new method. Okay. No issue. So let me show that what type of method is in here. It should be context initialized. It should be maybe, okay. And there is another method in the servlet context, which is called this method. I'm going to use this method again in here. Okay. Maybe I can copy from here. Okay. Now, okay. So there is some small typo on this method. So after that, I will write as a servlet context. Be careful, it should come from Jakarta. Context equal to servlet context dot get servlet context. And after that, I need to register my servlet registration, servlet context registration, servlet registration. So I will write default servlet. So here actually I can make as a name is the default servlet. Okay. And after that, I need to check something. If default servlet not equal to null, then default servlet dot add mapping. So can you remember we added a mapping in here in the web XML file, where actually we mapped and what actually we mapped. If we go in here, you can see that these resources, right? So this is the servlet name. Exactly, we are just replacing this servlet using as a Java configuration. So it should be resources. I'm copying in here. It should be resources and resources all. Okay. Now it's finished. Now here actually we are not writing any logic for servlet destroying. So we need to write the override. After that, we can write just log dot info. You can write anything in here. That you can put servlet context destroying. You can put anything in here. Okay. Been destroying. Okay. So now it's finished. Now let me build the project first. I will write ambient clean and ambient clean install d11 test skip equal to true. Okay, so it's cool. Now actually our project is built. Now let me run the project. Is either it is working or not, and either we are able to successfully remove our XML to Java-based configurations or not. Oh, I believe it is working, so no problem. Okay, now let me check in the web view pages. So you can see that we are able to we are able to map our CSS file, even our JS file. Okay, if I click on the JS file, it is being loaded, and if I also click on the CSS file, it's also being loaded. That means we are able to successfully convert our JakartaEE XML-based configurations to Java-based configurations. Now it's time to, I will write my ambient clean to clean the project. Now clear. So I'm going to push the branch. Git add, git commit, sorry. I will add the commit message, converted XML based config to Java based config. Now we need to push this branch. So we can go our main Git repository. And if we go our repository, view all branches. So I believe that it's already post. Sorry, should be JDBC. Yeah. So JDBC JSP servlet CDI, this project actually you can see we converted this project XML-based configurations as a Java-based configuration. Now we have another project like we use JDBC, JSP Servlet, Spring, using Spring dependency injection. But still now this project is XML-based configuration. So let me check out this project. Git check out this project. And as of we can see that if we go to the XML, like web XML file, we can see there is some XML based configuration. Here actually we loaded our resources file and we also call the Spring context load listener. After that, we actually call the Spring context configuration. If we go our Spring context configuration, we just created bean as using XML configuration. This is very, very important. So before moving to the Spring, because we are very near, we are very close to dive into the Spring. Maybe from our next session, we are going to start Spring, and after that, slowly we will go for Spring MVC, Spring Boot, and after that, we will start using Spring Cloud, and we will also see down the time how to implement our application using complex microservice and EIP design patterns. Okay, so let's change actually. Now we are going to change our application, this configuration as a Java-based configuration. And to do that, first of all, we need to check out a new branch. I will write, okay. So I will check out a new branch. Git check out new branch, and I will just make this copy of this branch. And at the end, I will just add the Java config. Java config. Okay, cool. So now we need to convert this project as a Java-based configuration. To do that, same thing, I need to create a package which is called config, and after that, I need to create a class. Oh, sorry. The same class I need to actually I already created here. Maybe I can copy because I can use again and again. I don't need to write code again and again, right? So it should be application startup listener. Just 1 minute. Okay. So I can make it as a copy and I can create a new class in here. Okay, cool. And actually, for you, actually, I'm giving you some suggestions. Please don't copy, even if you write one, because this is your good time to write code by yourself. So please don't copy every time because um, as you are actually, I suppose that you are a very young Java developer. So don't try to copy every time because actually I'm going to copy to minimize my time. That's actually I'm being copied. And maybe I will copy everything from here because I already written the code. Okay, cool. What is error? Oh, so actually we forget to add a dependency. Maybe I can add from here. So the dependency name is logback. And this is our dependency. We'll add this dependency after the lombok. Okay. Now error is gone. And now this is actually done for Jakarta E, but we already have the Spring, right? So to do that, actually we need to create a new Java class. I will write as app initializer. You can give it as any name, but name should be relevant. So this should be implement web application initializer. You can see that there's a actual error. How to minimize this error? You can see actually we override it. This web app initializer has an interface which is called on startup. Okay, so there it will force you to override its method. So on the startup, actually we will write our logic to config Spring-based configurations inside our JakartaEE project. So I will write the annotation web app configuration, which is called annotation config web application context. So here actually you can write as a context, not root context. So every time when you write your variable name, it should be relevant. And after that, I will create another Java class, which is called Spring config. Okay. On the Spring config class, it should be a configuration. Configure. It should be configuration, right? You can see it's coming, this configuration is coming from Spring context annotation configuration. And it should be a component scan. On the component scan, you can see there is a base packages. So what is our base package? Well, our base package is com.java.e. It is our root package that is called base package, right? So you can mention if you have multiple base packages, you can also mention it here as your base package. So I will write as dot java e. This is our base. You can also copy from here. You can just copy and paste. This is our base package. So in the base package, you can remember that actually we just declare our bean as an XML based configuration. Okay, here actually what you need to do in the Spring config, before that you need okay, you need to go first country deo implementation. So this implementation, we define this deo package as a country deo. Okay, and here also if you go there, service implementation, we explicitly use our service as a bin name as country service. Okay, so in the Spring config, I will declare as a bin. In the bin, I will write, it should be definitely a public country deo. We'll write interface, right? Country deo. In the country deo, we'll return country deo implementations. Okay, so we are giving interface based dependency injection in here. After that, I need another bin. So this bin should be public country service, right? COUNT country service. It should be country service and it should return country service implementation. In the country service implementation, it requires a country deo. So we just pass this country deo as a method. Can you see that? We are just giving a dependency injection in here. Okay, and this is a constructor based dependency injection. And we do not need the Spring context file. We can delete the Spring context file. And we also do not need web XML file. Okay, you can also delete your web XML file from here. Now, what is remaining? Something actually remaining that actually we forgot. So can you remember in the config app initializer, we need to pass this Spring config in the app initializer. So what to do that? We will write context dot register. In the context dot register, we need to pass our Spring context. So I will write Spring config, sorry, Spring config dot class, and after that I need to write servlet context. So this is our servlet context dot add listener. In the add listener, we need to pass new context loader listener. In the new context loader listener, we will just pass this context that actually we registered as a Spring config. Okay, I believe that is done. Okay, so actually we do not need to throw servlet exception. We do not need. So we can remove this servlet exception. I believe everything is going on well. And before that, we need to build our project. We can write mvn clean. Okay. So we'll write mvn clean install. Actually, it's not required to build our project every time because if we run our project using IntelliJ IDE, it will build and after that, it will run our project. It's a good practice actually before running your project to build your project. Now, actually, we're going to run this project. Let's see. Okay, it's cool. So, we are successfully converted our JDBC JSP with Spring integration with the help of Spring using Spring Core. So, and also Java-based configuration, and our project is currently working. Okay, so we can stop our project right now, and after that, we need to push our project to the GitHub. So I will write mvn clean to clean our project first. So I already have the commit message. I don't want to copy every time. Oh, it should be XML. Sorry for that. So this is our new branch. And actually, I'm trying to make the branch as a meaningful so that actually next time you can easily find it out the branch and you can make it differentiate from each branch to other branch. So what is happening here? And so, okay. So if we go to our GitHub repository, so we already push our two branches. And if I go in here, view all branches, we write JDBC. Okay, cool. So we are successfully converted all JDBC project. So we just converted CDI project, we just converted JDBC Spring integration project using Java-based configuration. Now we have JPA, right? So can you remember we have three projects based on JPA that actually we used JakartaEE. So one project is that JPA JSP servlet. Here we did not use any dependency injection. We just use Java. We just make dependency injection interface based using Java new operator. After that, we converted this project using CDI. We use CDI as a dependency injection, and after that, we converted this project using Spring Core using Spring based dependency injection. So I believe that I already show you how to convert this project how to convert the CDI project into Java-based configuration, how to convert Spring-based project using a Java-based configuration. Now, actually, I am going to show you these three projects, how to convert this project using Java-based configuration. Okay, let's do that. So if I write git branch A, so how many branches are there? Git checkout. So what is your branch name? This branch, JPA JSP servlet. Okay, we'll just check out this project and we need to delete our database because it will automatically create our database. So maybe we can drop, or before dropping that, I need to check what is the entity. Okay, we can just delete, no issue. So we already have XML files. So first, what actually we need to do, because I already show you how to do, right? What to do. So we can just we'll just copy from our GitHub branch. So I will copy the CDI Java config applications. This class actually we need, and please commit here. And after that, actually we do not need any web XML config, web XML file. Sorry, I need to revert it back. Let's did okay. What inside there? There is nothing special here, so we can delete. And after that, in the root package, I will create a new package which is called config. In the config, I will get a new Java class like previously. And so, hi dear, listen. Actually, I am audible. Are you able to listen my voice? Hello. Can you send anyone any message to me so that actually I am audible? Okay, thank you. So again, actually, I need to copy this project, copy this class. And before that, I also need a dependency. In the POM XML file, I need a lockpick dependency in my project. So I'll just copy from here. And after that, I will paste it in after the Lombok. You can paste it anywhere. Okay. Now error is gone. I believe this project is okay. Now actually we can run this project. If everything is okay, then it should run. Okay. So I believe there is no error. You can see that it's already created our database table. So everything should be okay. Yeah. So this is working. And if you write as a country name Bangladesh, continent Asia, if you submit, now it's working. If you go to details, if you go to edit, submit, everything is working fine. So I will just stop the project and I'm going to commit the project to the GitHub. Git add, git commit. Now actually I will correct the typo and git push. Oh, actually I did a mistake. Actually, I just work on the same project. No problem actually. I did not check out a project. Okay, no issue. So we have another branch which is called JPA. If I go to JPA, so we have JPA. We just converted this project using Java-based configuration. Now we are going to check out the CDI project. Okay, we check out CDI project, and from this branch, and we are going to check out a new branch that actually we did mistake in previously. No issue. You can actually maybe I will fix that, and I will, so that it will be easily understandable for you. I will, so let me check out a new branch. It check out branch. I will make it as a Java config. Okay, cool. So in the Java config, same thing actually we'll do. We'll just copy. We'll just create a new package which is called config. In the config package, we'll create a new class which is called application startup listener, and we'll copy everything from here. Okay, so actually I'm doing so fast. Actually, are you able to understand actually what actually I'm doing? Can you please send me anyone message in here? So do you actually understand today's context? What actually I'm doing? Hello? Can anybody send me a message? Okay, okay, thank you. So now I need a POM XML file. In the POM XML file, I need the logback. And after that, I need this dependency. And I also need to delete, um, because in CDI you cannot delete. We are beans.xml file as we are using Tomcat. So if you are using Glassfish or any enterprise server like JBoss, Wildfly, or WebLogic, you can actually delete this beans XML file and you can configure the CDI in your project. But as we are using Tomcat, that is not Tomcat EE, actually you cannot delete this beans.xml file. If you delete it, so your CDI will not work. So we can only delete the web XML file in that case. I believe everything is okay. Yep, it's working. So cool, it's working fine. Maybe anyone send me a message. Thank you. So it's also working. Now it's time to push our branch to the GitHub. Now maybe we can write git add. So we already have the commit message. Maybe I can copy git push. So I will push this branch. Okay, cool. So if I reload the GitHub and if I write the JPA, so how many JPA projects actually we are already converted to Java based? One project and two projects. So we already have, we need to convert this project Spring, JPA Spring and JSP Servlet project. Okay. So let's do that. We need to check out this project. First, we check out this project, and from this project, we are going to check out a new branch, and I'm interested to name these branches Java config. Okay, cool. And as if you know that we need to add the dependency. So I need one dependency from here. And I'm interested to use this dependency after the Lombok. Okay. So as if you know that if we are using Spring, we have multiple files we need to change, which is called web XML file and Spring context files we need to change. So to do that, similar thing we'll make a new package which is called config. In the config package, as if you know that actually we already converted some Spring projects in here and we can get some help so that actually it will make our work more faster. So I can get some help from here because we already did, we don't need to do our work every time, same work again and again. So I need app initializer, app startup, and Spring config. So I'll just copy because actually I already did in here. I'll create a new class which is called app initializer. And after that, I will copy everything from here. Okay. So we don't have the Spring config class. So I will create a Spring config class here. So we have the Spring config. We can copy from everything here. Okay. And after that, we also need application startup listener. I will create a new class which is called application startup listener. And I will copy from here. I will paste it here. Okay, cool. So we have the three class as of now, as if you know that, so I don't need to explain again and again. You already know what is purpose. You already know what's the Spring config class. Even you already know what's the meaning of the application startup listener class. Okay. So we can now safely delete Spring context.xml file, and we can also safely delete web XML file. Even we do not need any web INF file also, web INF directory also. Sorry. Now I will write mvn, sorry, clean. So our project is cleaned. Now it's time to run our project. Let's see, is it working or not? I believe it is working because I did not see any error message from here. Okay, cool. So it's working, right? So if I go to create, country name Bangladesh, continent Asia, submit, it's working. If I go to details, if I go edit, if I go submit, if I do delete, is it also? So every function is works fine. So now it's time to push our branch. So I'll write git add and git commit, git push. So I will push this branch. Okay, cool. So I believe actually we are able to successfully converted our all JPA project into Java-based configuration. You can see that. So actually I forget to make it a branch name Java-based configuration, but definitely I converted this project into Java-based configuration. So we have another project which is called Hibernate. Okay. So we have three projects based on Hibernate. So this Hibernate JSP servlet project, we used pure Java to make dependency injection. And after that, we converted this project into CDI. After that, we converted this project into hybrid mode, like a Spring and JakartaEE. And on the behind of the scene, as a ORM, we used Hibernate. Now it's high time to convert these three projects into Java-based configuration. Actually, I'm going to do this right now because I don't like to pending our task because we already have we lost 1 week maybe. So maybe it will take not more than 10 minutes. Please stay with me. Okay, check out this branch, and from this branch, I will create a new branch, which is I will give it as a name as a Java config. Okay. So this is very simple project, Well, we need to add one simple dependency, and the dependency name is logback dependency, logback classic, as you know. So I'm going to use this dependency here after the Lombok. And after that, I need app initializer. Sorry, this class actually I need only because in this project we use only web XML file, okay, not Spring, just Hibernate and web XML file. So I will create a new package. It's called config. Config, in the config directory, I will create a new Java class, as you know that, and I'm just copy and paste it from here. Okay, cool. Now I'm going to run this project. Let's see, is it working or not? I believe it will work because we already converted our multiple projects. Cool. It is also working. So if I go create country name Bangladesh, Asia, okay. So it's working. So I can delete. And now it's time to commit this project and to okay. After that, we need to push our project to GitHub. I will write git add. So I will copy the commit message and I will write as git push. Okay. Let's see the project is pushed or not. Okay, so this project already in GitHub. So now we have Hibernate JSP Servlet CTA project. So let's check out this project. We check out this project, and from this project, I'm going to check out a new project. So new branch. It's not a project, it's a new branch. I'll just make it as a name as Java config. Same thing. We need the dependency first. We need the dependency version also. Okay, so error is gone. Now we need the class name. Sorry, what is the class name? This one. Okay, so application startup listener, we need this class. Sorry, we need to make a package. This class, we're getting an error from Zoom. That's okay. And I will copy, and after that I will paste it here. I believe everything should work fine. And we have web XML file, this project. I will delete only web.xml file, not beans.xml file. Please be remember, I cannot delete this beans.xml file as we are using only simple Tomcat. So Tomcat has two versions. It's called Tomcat and Tomcat EE. Okay. As we are using Tomcat, not Tomcat EE, so actually we cannot delete this beans.xml file to configure our CDI because Tomcat cannot provide any CDI. So maybe we can run this project again. Okay, so I can see that there is a simple error. So what is the error? Oh, it's a Spring Framework error. 1 minute. Why there should be Spring Framework? With Hibernate JSP Servlet CDI Java config. Why we are getting Spring Framework country service? I think we are using Spring this project. No, we're not using Spring. We are using CDI. Mhm. Okay, country service. Error creating bean as a country service. I need to think we are used Spring. No, we did not use Spring in here. Oh, maybe I need to clean the project first. Okay, then ambient clean, install the maven dot test skip true. Okay, then we can try to run the project. Okay, cool. So it's working right now. So okay. Now actually I'm going to explain why actually we got error because in the previous project it was a Spring project. So we just check out a project, but we had the previous target folder, right? So once actually we are just trying to run the project, it will the class loader being loaded from the Spring context. That was the problem. So, that's actually I'm suggesting you every time. So if you do any simple changes using Jakarta or Spring MVC, so first of all, you need to clean the project. You don't need to build, you just clean the project. After that, you try to run the project using IDE. So now I will commit git add. So I will put the commit message and git push. So we have one project remaining using Hibernate. That is Spring based, right? That is the last project. Now we are going to check out this project. Before that, definitely I will check in the GitHub. So we are successfully able to convert our Hibernate JSP servlet CDI project from XML to from XML from this one from XML to Java-based configuration. Now we have one project, one branch remaining, which is called Hibernate JSP servlet using Spring dependency injection, using Spring Core. So we have this last project remaining. Before that, I will write mbn clean first. No, sorry. Sorry. Okay. Hit checkout. I will check out this branch. And after that, I will write git checkout a new branch from the existing branch, and I will give it the name as Java config. Okay. So what actually I need first a dependency. So this dependency I need. You already know that. So in the property section, I will declare as a version, and I will add this dependency after the Lombok. Okay. This is our first task, and our second task is that to delete the web XML and Spring context file. First I will delete the Spring context file, then I will delete the web XML file. Then I will delete completely the web INF directory. Okay. So now we need to create a package. So it's called config in the, oh, sorry. Okay. So in the config package, we need to declare several classes. First of all, we need to declare application startup listener. So it should be application startup listener. Okay. We also need the app initializer. So app initializer and Spring config is for Spring-based configuration, not Java, Spring related configuration using Java-based configuration. So I will copy and paste it here. So we need to create a Spring config class also. So I will create a Spring config class. So I will copy the Spring config class from here. Okay. So cool. So we need what actually we need to do. First of all, we need to write mbn clean to clean our project first. Then we need to write mbn clean install. Okay, cool. Now, then actually we are going to run the project. Let's see is it working or not. Okay, cool. It's running. So if I give any name, Bangladesh, continent of Asia, if I go to details, if I click on edit, submit, so everything is working. So now it's time to push the project. Git add, git commit, and git push. So I believe so we are able to convert all of our project, okay, into Java-based configuration. Okay. So I'm actually today, so yeah, I believe it's enough. And from the next session, we are going to start our Actually, from the next session, actually, we are going to start learning Spring MVC, and after that, slowly we'll go for Spring Boot and Spring Boot using Spring Boot and using Quarkus. And also down the time, actually, we will also use cloud. I will see how to deploy an application in a cloud, like as actually as a cloud provider. I told you actually we are going to use AWS, and we already developed our few of the projects. And after that, we are going to deploy our projects in AWS first, and after that, we'll start learning Spring MVC. Maybe actually we can start learning Spring MVC first, and after that, slowly we can go for the deployment. And yeah, so I believe today from it's enough for today, and maybe actually yeah, and we are going to take our session soon. Until that, tata, bye bye, and happy coding. Allah Hafiz. Assalamu alaikum.